Okay, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very exciting news I've got for you. This is going to reduce a lot of your bills, and it's about home brew. As you see, Barney on the left here is introducing Barney's Brew. Highly recommended. I'm going to take you through it. Yep, you're going to really, really enjoy this. First of all, on your right, you'll see the fermenting bucket. That bucket holds 30 litres. I only done it for 20 litres. 20 litres is equivalent of over 40 beers. 40 pints of beer. I actually made stout. Now, what you see in front of you, total cost was about, say, £26. Yeah. And the most expensive item actually was on the left, and that was that glass container. It was a waste of money because it leaked, and also you can't put beer in it or stout in it because of the CO2. It could burst, so that was unfortunate. The to the left, to the left of the fermenting bucket, you'll see the plunger with the red handle. That's what you use to siphon off the beer after 14-day fermentation period. On the instructions, they say 7 days, but I didn't have an alcohol measurer, so I didn't chance my arm. I just kept it fermenting for 14 days. And then obviously the sugar, you need to use the sugar, yeah. And then the actual packet itself for the beer. The packet itself for the beer cost around £15, yeah. What you'll get, and I made stout. If you've tasted Old Peculiar, it was like that, but it was deeper, richer, more flavoursome in the mouth. It's gorgeous. I've got loads of it, loads of it. I want to show you the next result. But if we say overall, this cost me around £60. Yeah, that's for the sugar and also bottles, which I stored it in. Okay, I'll show you the next level. So after 14 days, I took I bottled the brew in bottles like this, and also you can use Coca-Cola bottles, 2-litre Coca-Cola bottles, or any soft drink bottles are really good because it contains the CO2 fermentation, so you don't get exploding bottles. You've got to be very careful about the bottles what you put in it. Yeah. So these are my posh bottles. They cost me £3. Yeah, unfortunately. If you know of any beer which do bottles like that, you're best buying that beer and saving the bottles. That's good, called recycling, gents. Now, as I said, this is so flavoursome, so flavoursome. I had 20 litres. I just can't, literally, it's like I cannot stop drinking. I've got to stop myself from drinking it. It's so tasty. Now, alcoholic volume. Because now, once you put it in the bottle, or bottles, you've got to keep it in those bottles for, I'd say, an additional 5 days. So you're talking about a 19-day period, right? Once you keep it in the bottles for an additional 5 days, then you put it in the fridge. Yeah, keep it in the fridge for at least 24 hours before you brew. The trick here is don't eat the marshmallow. That is to say, you know the old experiment about the children and the marshmallows. Yeah, be patient, and the rewards are great. And then the next trick, obviously, is once you've bottled all the beer, to do your next brew, because by the time you finish that beer, hopefully your next brew will be ready to be done. Do you get me? So we're looking at around first batch, after buying all the equipment, about £1.40 a litre. No, wrong. £1.40 a pint, right? But the second batch, that drops right down to about 50 pence a pint. And believe you guys, it is beautiful. There's no additives or anything like that, or preservatives. Yeah, it's just like beer. Highly recommended. My friend had some, and he said it was the best stout he's ever. He said it's his favourite stout You couldn't believe the quality of it. Those bottles, by the way, cost, as I said, £3 per a litre. But as I said, you can get the Coke bottles and they will contain it just as well. But me myself, I want to get about 8 of these glass bottles in total, or maybe 10, and then the remainder would be in the plastic bottles. That's it, chaps. If you really want to save some money and have very, very good results, this is it. Barney's Brew. Okay?